They're not quiet. All right? They're not quiet when adults are talking. Okay? They don't hush up. You gotta count to 3 and all sorts of stuff with them, man. All right? How y'all doing out here? Pretty good. All right? Let's read some more. Oh yeah. I know y'all seen that before. Right. All right.
What's the story?
Well, that's Judah right there. All right. So-called African Americans and Negroes here in America. So we're the true Jews of the Bible that the Bible talks about. All right. So we're out here. Well, we come out here, me and a bunch of different brothers, come out all across the U.S., different parts of the world, basically proclaim judgment on this place and wake our people up. All right. The so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, we're the true Jews that the Bible speaks of. All right.
Yeah, but I have seen or read somewhere that this is really not true, that it didn't bring Africa. So like over here, like this. Is that really true?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's recorded in the Bible. It's recorded in the Bible. Have you ever heard that?
Not this part right here with the ships?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Let me get that. All right. See, our slavery in this country was recorded in the Bible because we went off. All right. We didn't obey the Most High. Okay? And so because we didn't obey the Most High, he put a punishment on us. Okay? And it's recorded in Deuteronomy chapter 28. Okay, this is the King James Bible. Alright? It's not the NLV or NIV or anything like that. It's the King James version right here. Alright? Alright, so this is chapter 28. I'm gonna just get straight to the point. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again. Now you got to understand the etymology. So Egypt actually means bondage. All right. In the Bible, they say Egypt, but it's also called Mitzrayim. Have you ever heard that term? Mitzrayim? Okay. So it's also called Mitzrayim, but it means house of bondage. Okay. And it said, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. So the way whereof he spake unto thee was talking about when he led them into the land of Israel. Okay? They weren't going to see Israel again. All right? Thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. And that word buy actually means save. Okay? So no man shall save you. And so that's what happened right here. We came to this land in cargo slave ships. Okay? Over 100 million slaves came over to this country, all right, North, Central, and South America upon cargo slave ships. Now, we know that we were in Egypt at one point in bondage, okay? You can read that in the Bible as well, Exodus, okay? But it says that we will go to Egypt again. Again, Egypt means bondage upon ships. That doesn't apply to any other race of people on earth. None. No other race, nation of people on earth can say they went into slavery upon cargo slave ships. None. So that only applies to one group of people on the face of the planet, us. Okay? And it talks about other places in the Bible too where it says we are black. So it gives a description of us. It gives a description of the Lord and Savior Yahweh Shai, who people ignorantly call Jesus Christ. It gives a description of us as being black. Okay? So it talks about our story, okay, our history, our lineage in this Bible, okay, being the 12 tribes of Israel. All these people you see right here, Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Simeon, Zebulun, on down. And all these people are scattered abroad, okay? They call them Puerto Ricans down there in the Caribbean. They call them Jamaicans, Seminole Indians of Florida, okay? So all these people, many of them can trace their lineage, have stories, word of mouth passed down through history saying who they were, okay? But the blacks, the so-called blacks, and African Americans, okay, have had our history taken from us, okay?
And how can you say they're African American when all of these tribes, none of them come from Africa? Does it?
Right. So it's so-called. That's why it says so-called African Americans. We're not African. Okay, that's not our homeland. Okay, that's where they stole us from. Okay, that's where they came and got us, but we're not African. Okay, and the Africans over there right now are considered Hamites. Okay,
Direct descendants from Ham.
From Ham. That's right. Okay,
because he was black.
Okay, as a matter of fact, Africa at one point was called the land of Ham. Okay, so it wasn't Africa until All right, no pictures of us, man. You can take pictures of this right here. No pictures of us, all right?
Why not?
You take pictures of this right here. All right, I don't want to be photographed, all right?
I can't.
You can take pictures of this right here. That's
You're in the
fine.
public.
All right, you can take pictures of that right there, okay?
You're in the public.
All right. See, and that's the damn devil right there, okay? And that's exactly what the Bible talks about, man. This man is prideful, okay? I asked the man, please, no pictures. See what he does, okay? So every time the word comes out, man, Satan comes and tries to steal it away from you, okay? He talks about that in the word too, man. But so it's so-called African Americans.
I guarantee your picture ain't on yet.
All right.
Guarantee.
So-called West Indians, so-called Haitians, Cubans. Those are names that they came over here, and when they came to these countries, these places, they put those names on. Okay, Puerto Rico just means rich poor. Okay, so when they came there, they found them wearing gold. Okay, the land was rich, fertile, so they called it rich poor. Okay, and they originally the Taino Indians lived in Puerto Rico and the West Indies, and a lot of these places, man. Taino Indians, the Aztecs, the Mayans. I know you've heard of them. So they were down in South America, parts of Mexico, Central America, but they were the original inhabitants of that place, and they are our brothers and sisters as well. And so what the white man has done actually is he's divided us against each other. Okay, he's got Puerto Ricans hating Cubans. Okay, a Puerto Rican doesn't want to be called a Mexican. Okay, a Mexican doesn't want to be called a Colombian. All right, all the same people. Okay, and you go into each of these countries right here, and you're going to find people who are darker than you and I.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now you'll find Indians, native inhabitants who have been there for thousands of years. Okay, because certain of the tribes were split and came over here before us, the northern tribe. Okay, because Judah, Benjamin, Levi is considered the southern, and the northern tribe split and left. And they came over here way before we did. See, we came over here by this way right here. Okay, cargo slave ships, the so-called Negroes, so-called African Americans. So these cats right here, those are the Indians that were in those countries beforehand. They were here when Columbus showed up. How did they get here? They'll give you all this nonsense about how they came over the land bridge, Asia, blah, blah, blah. Okay? But it's recorded in the Apocrypha how these cats got here thousands of years ago, and that's who these people are. They're Israelites. Okay? And they know some of them, Reuben in particular, they have historical records and word of mouth knowledge and things like that of who they are and where they came from. Okay? Seminole Indians down there in Florida, all right, and the people of Puerto Rico, Ephraim, and Manasseh. So they have a history of who they are. Okay? But us, our history has been basically taken away from us, stripped from us. Okay? So there are plenty of other curses that go along with who we are as well. And if you go back in Deuteronomy, it'll talk about it. Deuteronomy chapter 28, and I'm going to bring out a couple more. Let's see. There's one in particular. Okay. He said, this is Deuteronomy 28, verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long. And there shall be no might in our hand, because when we got to this country, they sold our sons and daughters to different plantations. Okay? So the mother and father stayed here, or the mother might stay here, the father gets sold off to another place, the son gets sold off to another place, the daughter gets sold off to another place, and all we could do was look. Okay? Chained up, got a yoke of iron around our neck. All right? So we're sitting there crying, boo-hooing our eyes out. I don't know if either you has children, but just imagine it. You know what I'm saying? Watching your children go off to another plantation. So they want us to forget about this right here. All right? But I'm not going to forget. The Most High didn't forget. Otherwise, he wouldn't have put it in this book. Okay? He didn't want us to forget. All right? He wants us to remember and come out of this wickedness right here. Okay? And we were put here as a punishment because it talks about that. If you go back to verse 15, that's why this chapter right here is so powerful. Man. Deuteronomy chapter 28 is a powerful book out of the Bible. because it talks about our plight and why we're in this position that we're in right now. Okay? The whole Bible speaks to it. But this chapter right here, this book right here is powerful. It says, this is 28, Deuteronomy 28:15, it says, but it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, this is Moses speaking to them, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Okay? Cursed shall thou be in the city, cursed shall thou be in the field. Are we not under great distress right now? Okay? So everywhere you look, you got police brutality against us. All right? You got white supremacists, okay, coming in, shooting up churches down there in South Carolina. Okay? Every time you turn around, you know, a so-called black man loses his job. Okay? You know what I'm saying? And can't find work. All right? And this goes back to the history of America. This is nothing new. All right? So
my question is that I've heard all of this and I believe this, but in my mind I say, when every curse plays its role and it takes its time, when does ours reverse? When it says the last shall be first, and when does that come?
When Yahweh Shai, through the world, and it really calls Jesus Christ again. When Yahweh Shai comes back, that's the only way we're going to be saved out of this place. But we're at the end of this thing right now. Okay? We're at the end of this thing right now. All right? You know, a lot of people are starting to wake up to the brutality that is the American state of things right now.
So when did you wake up?
It must have been about, let's say 2009, but 2010 really. 2010 really.
If you don't mind me asking, how was that awakening? I mean, what happened? When did you realize, okay, well, I've been in this?
Basically, I was caught up in a lot of nonsense. Ended up putting me in a position where, you know, I had to do a little time. So I started doing some soul searching right then, but I was still in the Christianity mindset. Okay, so I was all into I'm not saying the New Testament is bad, but I was strictly about the New Testament. Okay, and the Old Testament really didn't play a part, so I really wasn't into Deuteronomy, Exodus, and really searching to figure out the condition of us as a people. I was just trying to figure out why I have been going. But the Most High deals with nations of people. Okay, the Most High puts us in a position to serve. So if I was really going to seek out how to be Christ-like, how to be like Yahweh Shai, how to be like the Most High, then I had to go searching throughout the scriptures to find out how to be a real, actual servant of the Most High. All right, not just pull myself up, okay, and not really seeing a change. Okay, but that's what woke me up. You know what I'm saying? Basically, being at the lowest point of my life and saying, all right, you know, something's got to give this. Why am I in this position? But as I read through the scriptures and began to, you know, figure out who I was and who we are as a people, I said, well, this ain't just me. Now I look around, a lot of my brothers and sisters in this position. You know, this whole country is a police state. You know what I'm saying? We got the most prisoners of any country in the world, and a lot of them are people of color. Your so-called Latinos, your so-called blacks, and Native Americans. We fill up the prisons. Okay? Now, why is that? Is that just